there was a school district in Florida, which I'm not going to name, but a school district in Florida. I was down there to speak, a very large school district. I was there to speak to all the administrators, and going back before the pandemic. And the superintendent, before they introduced me, he said, "And even on your worst day, you can be a student's best hope." He said, "That is from my brother, Manny Scott." And I sat there and I felt this sense of pride, right? That because we're not talking about a small district now. We talking about a mega district, right? And
Sure.
and to sit there and listen to him quote you before they introduce me, I just felt this sense of pride in knowing you, if that makes sense to you,
Oh man.
right?
Mm.
So I want to ask you, let me give that title again for the sake of the audience. Who, even on your worst day, your student, you can be a student's best hope.
Mm.
Tell us, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? What message are you
Mm.
conveying with that title?
Well, first, let me say, brother, the feeling is mutual. I'm honored to know you and grateful to call you my brother.
Yes, sir.
For me, that book, I mean, I speak from multiple perspectives, right? I speak from the perspective of the student who was hopeless, broken, lost, whose father was incarcerated, and um, who was on his way to an early grave, who believed that death would be a relief from life, who was so miserable in such a dark, miserable place in the quagmire of hopelessness that loving adults entered into my world and helped me turn the page, helped me return to school, helped me become the first person in my family to graduate from high school, believed in me before I believed in myself. Helped me see that I could go to college. I argued with the teacher. She said, "You're college material." I said, "College is for white people. No one in my family graduated from high school. Thank you, though." Um, I, and so people entered into my world um, when I needed it most. And what I did know is that many of them had problems too. Many of them were going through divorces. Many of them were struggling financially. Many of them only had $20 in their account. But those folks entered into my world and helped me and altered the trajectory of my life. And so I speak from that perspective. I speak from the perspective of someone who understands how to reach those kids, who has myself entered into dark places where I mean, prisons, jails, juvenile halls, detention centers, where gang fights are breaking out right before I'm about to work with them, where kids are being carried out on stretchers. When I'm standing in a prison and they're looking at me to detect any fear, but me knowing that this one moment today with us together can literally alter somebody's life. I think it's blasphemy to stand before people and open your mouth and not expect change. And so I walk into these spaces believing I don't care how bad your life is. I don't care how dark the night is. I don't care how high or steep the mountain. You can turn your life around. You can create the life that you dream about, that you hope for. And so it's from that place that I speak, that I live, that I serve, helping people see that I don't care. You can work through the tears, the pain, the brokenness, the despondency, the molestation, the poverty, the racism to build the kind of life that you want. I live that. I was helped by people who believed that, and it's my way of paying it forward.
Wow. Wow. Even on your worst day, somebody, you can be a
Yeah.
student's best hope.